Hello, what's up, guys? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching this video from. Once again, you're welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about 5 major things that can kill your little bunnies. Yes, I'm going to be taking it step by step so that everyone can understand. Recently, I've been getting a lot of messages that my little bunnies are really dying, like at 2 weeks, at 1 month, at weaning stage. Although there is a video I previously did about this, but I want to try and be explaining more and share my other experience I've gotten with this few times with you guys too. I want to share some few experience also with you guys so that at least you understand some more things. For those of you guys that are beginners, and also some experienced farmers can also pick some few knowledge from this particular video. So one of the few things I want to say is that if this is the first time that you are coming across this our channel, or if this is the first time you are seeing our channel, in this channel we teach you basically about rabbit farming majorly and other livestock farming. So if that's what you find interested, consider subscribing to this YouTube channel and liking the video. So the number one thing I want to talk about is your rabbit dying of cold. Yes, your rabbit dying of cold, especially this period whereby it's the raining season here. Your rabbits, especially the newborns that don't have hair. The newborns, you know, when they just give birth to them, they don't used to have any hair on them. They are hairless. Yes, they are like somehow like they are naked. Yes, so if you leave them anyhow at that period of time, you can actually lose them because of cold. Also, cold can also kill the growers too, because their immune system might not really be strong as the mature one. Although cold might not really kill the mature ones, because their immune system is stronger and they have a lot of fur, at least to protect them from cold. When I say fur, I mean their hair, at least to protect them from cold. So cold might not really affect those matured rabbits. Yes, but for the little ones and the growers, I will share some tips with you guys that you can actually use to help yourself with that. So for those newborns and the cold of a teen, you know, when they are being born without hair, the few things you can actually do to help them is when you are putting in your nesting box for your rabbits. I don't know if you guys, some of you guys that don't know what a nesting box is, let me show you guys what I mean by nesting box. I have a nesting box in one of these cages. Let me show it to you guys. So this is what I mean when I say a nesting box. Yes, so this is a nesting box. It's basically a kind of box where what you put for your female rabbit, so that if she wants to give birth, she can give birth inside it. As you can see, I have some babies inside there. I have some babies. This particular mother rabbit gave birth recently. Is an Angora breed. I have some babies inside there. So you can see some few things I have inside my nesting box. These dry leaves you are seeing by the side here. The dry leaves you are seeing by the side there is the dry plantain leaf. There are other alternative things you can also use for that. Either you use that dry plantain leaf, or you use dry hay. Up here you can see I'm also keeping some dry leaves. I just took some of them out so that I can put it for some rabbit that are giving birth. So either you put in those dry leaves or you use some dry hay. Yes, so these are some of the nesting box I have. I have a lot of them that I did for myself and just kept here in case when I want to use it. I just take out one here, then I can use it. So for those of you guys that are seeing this engine, this is what I use to grind my PKC when I bring my PKC to my farm. If you don't know what PKC is palm kernel cake. Palm kernel cake is being used to formulate my kind of feed, the feed I use in my farm. So the kind of feed I use in my farm is palm kernel cake. I used to formulate it. I use some few things like the wheat offal, the palm kernel cake, and the PKC and the super starter, and salt too most times. So that's basically what I use for my formulation. And also it's just the most times it's just the ratio that varies. So that's not the reason for this video. Going back to what we were saying, if you use that particular nesting box there, it will give your rabbits somehow like a shelter. Those little buns, it will give them somehow like a shelter, whereby no matter how cold the weather is, when they're in there, they will be warm inside. So that way you have actually been able to control the rabbits dying from cold like the little born is dying from cold, because inside that nesting box the mother of the rabbit is going to pull some of her fur, like she's going to pluck some of her hair, put it inside there, and because you already stuffed in some dry leaves inside there, there will be a lot of things in there to keep them warm. Yes, that's a very good secret. So a lot of you guys that don't know how to do your nesting box, there's a video on our channel how to do nesting box. Maybe after watching this video you can go and check out how to make your rabbit nesting box. Yes, you can go and check out that particular video, and you see you can make your nesting box on your own following that video. The right dimensions and all, everything is in the video. Yes, so going back, so after putting in the nesting box and maybe your rabbits have survived the period whereby cold did not kill them and all, and they have started growing hairs, at 2 weeks, one of the delicate period is that period of weaning. Most times I don't really see rabbits as supposed to be dying and at the 2 weeks state. But if a rabbit is dying at 2 weeks state, there are a lot of things that can actually cause it. Either you are doing inbreeding, or your nesting boxes became too dirty, then it was not really convenient for the little bunnies. Your nesting boxes became too dirty and was not too convenient for the little bunnies. Yes, so when I mean your nesting box became too dirty, as you guys know, sometimes some of these female rabbits can be very funny. Sometimes the female rabbits that are breastfeeding the kids, they can be very funny. When they go into the nesting boxes, instead of them to just go in there and breastfeed their kids and go outside the nesting box, they will go inside the nesting box and poo in there, and sometimes they might even urinate in there. These are some, not all. Let me just say, out of 100%, you can just see just maybe 30% that might be doing this. Not all. Sometimes some of them, they go into the nesting boxes, they poo there, they pee there. So what can you do in this particular situation? You should have a lot of nesting boxes, since you can make this yourself from our video. Since we already taught you how to make this by yourself from our video, you can make and have at least some spare nesting boxes, whereby anytime you notice maybe your female rabbit has gone into her cages, have gone into the nesting boxes and have pulled inside there, or urined inside there, which will not be convenient enough for the little bunnies, you can change those nesting boxes, take out the old one, put in a new one. Just take out those some of the four, put into the new nesting box you want to put for her, then pick her kids, put in there, then you can put it back for her. She's going to still breastfeed them. Yes, a lot of people have some news going on that if you touch the babies of your female rabbit, that is not going to breastfeed them again. I don't believe in that, because I used to touch them. I don't believe in when you touch the kids of your female rabbit, she's not going to breastfeed them. Although there is a lot of things behind that, and I'm going to try to explain it in this particular video. One thing behind touching the kids of your female rabbit that makes her reject it is if she perceives a different smell entirely from the smell she actually knows. Let's take for instance, now I am the person that comes to this farm and feeds this my rabbits every blessed day. All my rabbits, they know my smell. Yes, all my rabbits, they know my smell. So in a situation whereby a different person entirely comes into the farm and tried to touch my bunnies, maybe the one my female rabbit gave birth to, try to touch it, she might reject them. She might not want to breastfeed them again. She might even eat them. She might end up eating them, thinking she's saving them. She might end up eating them. That's one of the reasons why sometimes a lot of people say if you touch the bunnies, the mother will reject them and all. No, if you are the one that is always going to your farm to feed your rabbits, if you are the one that is always going to your farm to always take care of your rabbit, and you are that one person that is always entering the farm and the only person, there's no way anytime you go to feed your rabbits, there's no way your female rabbit is going to reject the kids because you touch her. That's a lie. So you can actually touch the kids, changing the nesting boxes, and putting a new one for her. Then another thing also that can actually kill those little bunnies is that weaning stage. That stage by where you separate those little babies from their mother. When you separate them from their mother, taking them to a different place and they start staying there on their own. That is one of the most delicate points whereby a lot of them do lose their lives. Yes. So one thing you need to do is that before you try and separate your bunnies, before you wean your rabbits, make sure that they are up to the age of weaning. A lot of people tend to wean their rabbit too early, and it's not really good. I haven't got someone who said he weans at 3 weeks. Yes, 1 month, I know 1 month is ideal for commercial rabbit farmers, that maybe you have a target you want to rush and breed so that you can get more. But for me, I advise leave them till they are 6 weeks. There are some people that even do 2 months, but I advise leave them till they are 6 weeks. At 6 weeks, a lot of them, all those little bunnies, they, by that period of time, they can now eat on their own. They can now stay on their own. They can now eat very, very well. Not a situation whereby when you separate them from their mother, they will be trying to struggle to eat and all. No. If you separate them at 6 weeks, by that period, the ones that are able to eat, they will pick up, they will eat. And even if you put them in a different cage apart from their mother, they won't even feel it. They will just eat and all. But if you separate them too early and put them in a different cage, maybe at 1 month, most times you will notice a lot of them will just be moody and they will not really eat and all, because maybe they are not it's not yet time to wean them and all, and you just took them there, not minding their size, because they say 1 month. When once it gets to 1 month, you just went and separated them from their mother. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. When once they say if they say 1 month, at least it should be sizable, even if you want to do 1 month. But for me, I advise 6 weeks. 6 weeks is okay, so that the rabbit can be sizable enough to eat on its own, so that you get low mortalities. What we are trying to do is at least to manage mortality rate. This is one of the reasons for this particular video. I want to help you guys so that a lot of you guys can manage the mortality rate. Let your rabbit not just be dying anyhow, because you'll be spending a lot of money feeding and you don't notice that dying. Most, if you watch very well, most times a lot of rabbit that dies are little ones. Big ones, they hardly die. So for a situation whereby after like maybe let's say for the grower rabbit, you can have what we call coccidiosis, or we have what we call diarrhea that can actually kill them. Most of the reasons as to why this happens is maybe you have not been giving them any medication, and when it happens, you start looking for a medication to give them. Yes, so that's not how it's supposed to be. When your rabbits, when you have a rabbit farm, maybe if you have 2, 3 rabbits or 4 rabbits, no matter how small it is, at least, even if you don't want to do normal medication, you can do organic medication. Use bitter leaf water, then use scent leaf water, put it in a bottle, then you can use your ginger and garlic solution, be doing routine medication for them. I'll do a video on how I do my bitter leaf solution, my scent leaf solution. I'll still do a video on that also on this channel. So there's a lot to still learn, guys. So situation whereby you don't want to, maybe a lot of people that say they do 0 medications on their farm. I know a lot of people are like that. They don't want to medicate the animals because it's meant for meat and all. You can still go into organic medication. There are a lot of my rabbits I don't give normal medications. I use organic medications, leaves, to treat them, no matter how sick they are. Most times, don't really wait till they really get sick. At least try as much as possible to be doing the routine once in a while. Before they actually get sick, it will be hard. Yes, it will be hard for them to even get sick at all if you are doing this medication, maybe organic medications and all. So for these growers, the thing that kills them is maybe coccidiosis or diarrhea. That's the most thing that kills them very easily. Mange hardly kills rabbits. Mange hardly kills rabbits. Sawhawk hardly kills rabbits. All other diseases hardly kills them. Even heat stroke. Although heat stroke kills, but it hardly. The one that is very, very deadly is coccidiosis and diarrhea, because they will start losing weight at that period of time. So what can you do to avoid the death of these your growers? What can you do to avoid the death of these your grower rabbits? I'm going to share with you some tips that you can actually use. If you want to go into for the normal medication, you can be using a routine way. You can be using like a routine way. Maybe you are using Embazine Forte once in a while in your farm. You are using Embazine Forte once in a while in your farm. Maybe once in 2 months or once a month, you are using Embazine Forte. Then you are using anticoccidiosis once in a while. Or if you don't want to use that, you can still use the organic way, which is the bitter leaf for them, or use the scent leaf for them once in a while. Don't just leave them there and just feed them. Yes, prevention is better than cure. That's just the thing. So a routine medication once in a while for the either use Embazine Forte or use anticoccidiosis for the little growers. Yes, for the little growers. Then for the mature one, you can always do purely organic. I hardly inject them unless they get sick. So instead of giving them the normal medication or injecting them, I just do purely organic. I'm going to be doing a comprehensive video of how to make some of these organic medication and put them in bottles, like your bitter leaf solution, your scent leaf solution, your ginger garlic. I already did that. So I'm going to be making that video. So I hope you did learn something from this video. If you learned something from this video, do well to give us a thumbs up, like this video. We are going to be doing the next videos maybe on the kind of organic medications to use, how to make these organic medication solutions and put them in a bottle that you can actually use. You are not buying the organic medications. I'm going to be sharing that to you guys for free. Yes, you are not buying any of the medications, the organic ones that I'm talking about, but for the normal medications, maybe the injectable ones, you can buy. Yes, so I'm going to be doing a video on these organic medications. So if you did learn something from this video, do subscribe to our channel so that you'll be seeing other of our videos, and turn on the notification bell so when we post another video, you will get notified by YouTube. Thank you once again. Do have a nice day and peace.